Welcome to the third edition of Riff Testing, where I take things and I test them out by writing riffs. There will be no spectrum analyzer, no plugin doctor, no null tests, no nerdy stuff. I'm just looking for stuff that'll help me write awesome riffs. Today, we're looking at Aurora DSP's Ironheart ampsim. This is based on the Laney Ironheart amp, and it comes with matching Laney cabinets and pedals. I've never owned or used a physical version of this amp, so I can't speak about its authenticity, but I enjoyed using it, and I think I got some good sounds out of it. Let's take a quick look at the global controls. On the bottom left, we have the input in the gate. On the bottom right, we have the output. The top here, top right, we have the performance and quality. So performance takes up less CPU, slightly lower quality. Quality is better, takes up more CPU, might introduce some latency. We have a tuner, we have a stereo mode, and here is where you can save and load presets. So let's go ahead and take a look at the pedal section. Let's go left to right here. Here we have two Laney pedals, the Steel Park and the Monolith. The Steel Park is kind of your standard boost pedal, where the Monolith has a little bit more distortion varieties that you can get out of it. For our purposes here today, I used the Steel Park. Let's listen to it with and without. Now let's try it with the Monolith. So all of these pedals have different modes, and obviously there's knobs you can tweak. It's all pretty standard stuff. I'll let you get to that on your own. Next up, we have the amp head, which looks, once again, exactly like the real thing. This one takes a little bit of getting used to because you have the lead and rhythm switch, and then after you switch it to rhythm, then you choose if you want clean or a rhythm tone. So that's something just to be aware of. Bass, middle, treble, pretty standard. Gain, volume, the pre-boost function, which is pretty cool, but I liked using the boost pedal better. And over here, we have some interesting things. That dynamics knob is sort of like a low-end control that is not the exact same as the bass control. I would be lying if I said I understood exactly what it's doing. And the same is true for the tone. The tone is sort of like a tilt filter, but not quite. There is a reverb here as well, even though there is a reverb in the effects. So, not sure what that's about. And then we have the watts. I just kept it at this one because it sounded good when I loaded it up. Next, we have the cabinets. So there are two different Laney cabinets. We have the GS 4x12 and the LA 4x12. The GS is the GS 412 IS, which is loaded with Laney HH custom speakers. The second one is the LA 412, which is loaded with Celestion G12H speakers. The microphone section is pretty standard. We have an SM57. We have a Sennheiser 421, we have a Royer Ribbon 121, and we have a Neumann U47 style microphone. You can adjust the position, the angle, and the distance on all of these for both sides, and then you can blend them together. You can also add air, which is just adding the very, very high airy frequencies. I'm not sure why it's here instead of on the amp head, but probably just trying to keep the amp head looking as true to form as possible. And this kind of surprised me. It comes with the IRDX technology, which is from Bogren Digital. This adds a little bit more movement into the IR. I'm not sure how it works, and I don't think anyone else does either. There are lots of wonky videos trying to figure it out exactly, and this is not one of them. I think it sounded good when it was on, so I used it. And over here we have a standard effects rack. We have a graphic EQ, we have a limiter, we have a delay, and a reverb. These all work exactly how you expect they would, so there's not much for me to say about them. Just have fun. For the lead sound, I used this setting, the Jack T Extreme, which is here in the artist presets. I think it sounded pretty good. All I did was take out a little bit of 2K. Let's go ahead and listen to it in solo, just so you can hear it exactly what it is. sounds pretty good. And then we have the clean sound I used, which, if I'm being totally honest, all I did was turn a bunch of the knobs down. That's it for this episode of Riff Testing. What did you think? Let me know in the comments. If you want to try out the Ironheart ampsim, there's a 14-day trial available on Aurora DSP's website. Link in the description. See you next time. And if you made it this far, I've recently released singles with Vision Swords and Venomous Beans, available on all platforms. Once again, the links will be in the description below.